This week's episode, the rut is getting into the swing of things, although I didn't really notice, and a big buck of a lifetime hits the ground. Alright, here we go. It has been 3 days of not a single deer while we've been in the stand. This one, I've been on public land the last 3 days. The rut is going crazy right now. From the activity we've been seeing while we're shining, it's going nuts. The weather is cold, the pressure's up, everything's perfect, and I have not seen a deer in my tree stand yet. But they cut the cornfield. Absolutely changes everything, and right now they're cutting currently the other side, so that's probably gonna spook a bunch of deer to run through here. They may be running full speed. It's not like it's gonna be a perfect bow shot kind of thing, but we'll at least get an inventory if any come running across here, if there's any big bucks, and if they're coming out of that corn, they've been there, and now we can expect them to come back. So I'm out. It's really early. It's 2:30, so we've got a good 4-hour sit ahead of us. bigger buck is still in the ravine, I'm hoping. The little one just left the field. I'm gonna give it a little rattle because I'm running out of daylight to see if it'll come back. Check out what's going on. All right, so I have a story for you. I didn't get any of it on camera, but once those does left the field, I made my way down the tree stand. It was nearly pitch black outside. I get to the edge of the cornfield and I look in the corner about 45 yards away, and I think that big buck finally came back out of the ravine, and I was like, come on, really? Like right now? But then I see a little black spot kind of near its feet. And then Mama Bear stands up and she's looking directly at me. My heart stopped. If it's just one bear by itself, you scream, you yell, it runs away, usually not a big deal. But when it's a mama bear, oh man, you never know what's gonna happen. So I immediately grab my cell phone because if I get attacked by a bear, someone needs to know about it. And I call up Jordan and I'm on the phone just telling him the situation, and that's when she came down off of her stance and looked like she was running right towards me. I think I took a total of 2 steps to get to my tree stand and about hit 1 rung on the way up a 15-foot ladder stand. I turn around, I don't see the bears, I don't hear them. I'm freaking out. Just by far one of the scariest moments of my life. When she stood up, my heart just stopped. So at the beginning of this episode, I talk about putting a big buck on the ground. Buck of a lifetime. We didn't get it on camera, but that's fine. In our situation, we're just trying to entertain. We're not going to risk a buck of a lifetime to get it on camera, try to get a camera out, film it. If the situation isn't right, we're not going to hit the record button, and we're going to take down that buck that hunters only dream about. We'll start this story back in July. Checking trail cameras. There's one buck that really stands out. He's kind of in the background of a picture. His head is down a little bit. He's quartering away, but he just stood out. Here we are, November 1st. We've not had another picture. We've not had a sighting. We don't know if he's even around anymore. So Jordan Rush grabs his self-climber. He's gonna sit on the backside of a swamp. He gets to about where he wants to sit, and he's about to set up a self-climber when he hears deer. It's pretty dark yet, but he just knows there's deer around. He hears the branches breaking and just kind of crouches behind a tree, takes a knee, and just waits. And the light starts peeking through everywhere. He looks, and with the swamp in the background, he just sees a doe walk by. It's 25 yards away. Gets his heart racing. He's just sitting behind a tree like, all right, this is pretty cool. No ground blind, nothing. And then all he sees is antlers. Just looks like a Christmas tree on top of a deer's head. Just comes across, hits an opening, and he stands up behind that tree, draws back, and lets an arrow fly. He hears that sound of the arrow hitting meat, and then shortly after that, you just hear the sound that hunters only dream of. Loud second crash that a deer makes when you made a good shot. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Rush takes down the buck of a lifetime. Didn't get it on camera, but like I said before, that's perfectly fine. We got great pictures of him, and it's one awesome story to tell. One of these weekends, we're gonna put a buck down on camera. When it comes to hunting season, I mean, that's what it is. It's stories, it's family, it's tradition. That's what we live for. So to be able to come on here and share with all of you the stories of hunts that we've gone on is just a privilege, and I want to keep doing it. 2 weekends left of bow season before rifle season in Wisconsin. And after that, I don't believe we'll be in the stand much after that. So we have 2 weekends to get it done, and I feel that if the temperatures would just drop, they'd be in our favor. We know the deer are around, we see them when we're out there, we get nice bucks on camera. We just not in the right spot at the right time. And that's what happens when you can only hunt Friday through Sunday or a Saturday and a Sunday, and you can't even hunt all day Sunday. You know, we're just everyday people, got 9 to 5s. So we try, we're gonna get one on camera. At the beginning of the year, we were pretty spoiled with our stand setup. We were deer around us constantly, and what we believed was gonna happen is all those does have their normal routines, and they were just gonna bring big bucks that were expanding their territory into our stand location. That's what we 100% believed was going to happen. But what has seemed to happen is the little bucks came in a little early and they spooked those does off of their normal routines. And now the big bucks are just picking up the does in the timber, and you know, we got to make a move. So I think we're going to hang in there next weekend because that cut cornfield kind of changes everything. So we're going to stay with our normal tree stand setup for this upcoming weekend. If that doesn't pan out, we have one weekend to try to make it happen, and that includes moving tree stands because we can't take the risk of not seeing anything anymore. And we have to move to the timber to where those deer are and try to get on a big buck during the middle of the rut. So, until next weekend, good luck and safe hunting.